Have you ever wondered why some individuals seem to exude a sinister charm, a fascinating allure that is both enticing and unnerving? Today, we delve into the captivating world of personality psychology, introducing a concept known as the Dark Triad. This ominous term refers to a trio of negative personality traits: narcissism, Machiavellianism, and psychopathy. Each one of these traits manifests in unique ways, painting a distinctive portrait of individual behavior and character. Narcissism, often characterized by grandiosity and self-importance, can blind individuals to the feelings and needs of those around them. Machiavellianism, on the other hand, is associated with manipulation and a lack of morality, often leading to strained relationships. Finally, psychopathy, characterized by a lack of empathy and remorse, can result in destructive behavior. These traits can have profound implications on personal and professional relationships, affecting every aspect of life. Indeed, the Dark Triad is a captivating yet chilling psychological concept that warrants a closer look. First on our exploration is narcissism, an intriguing trait that often manifests as self-absorption. What exactly does this mean? In essence, narcissism is a personality disorder marked by grandiosity, a sense of entitlement, and a lack of empathy. When we talk about grandiosity, we're referring to a person's inflated sense of self-worth and importance. Narcissists believe they're exceptional, even when evidence suggests otherwise. They often exaggerate their achievements and talents, and they're always the hero of their own stories. Moving on, a sense of entitlement is another striking characteristic of narcissism. Narcissists expect special treatment and unquestioned compliance with their wishes. They feel entitled to the best of everything, regardless of their actual contributions or merits. This entitlement often leads them to exploit others, to serve their own needs and desires. Now let's talk about empathy, or rather, the lack thereof in narcissists. Empathy is the ability to understand and share the feelings of others. It's a fundamental aspect of human connection. However, narcissists struggle in this area. They often fail to recognize or appreciate the emotions and needs of those around them, making genuine relationships a challenge. Narcissists also have a constant need for admiration and validation. They crave attention and praise from others to reinforce their inflated self-image. This often results in a cycle where they seek out people who will feed their ego, only to disregard them when their usefulness is depleted. It's important to remember that narcissists aren't necessarily cruel or malicious. Their perceived superiority and self-absorption often stem from a deep-seated insecurity. They use these behaviors as a defense mechanism to protect their fragile self-esteem. So, the next time you encounter someone who seems overly self-involved, they might just be displaying narcissistic tendencies. Next, we delve into the cunning world of Machiavellianism, a term coined from the Italian Renaissance diplomat and writer Niccolo Machiavelli, who in his controversial book The Prince advocated the use of manipulative and deceitful tactics to maintain power. Machiavellianism, in psychological terms, is often associated with manipulation, deceit, and a disregard for morality. It's a strategy, a way of approaching relationships and interactions with others that's focused primarily on personal gain. But it's not just about self-interest, it's about achieving those interests by any means necessary, even if it involves stepping on others to get there. At its core, Machiavellianism is about cunning and duplicity. Individuals with high levels of this trait use strategic and exploitative tactics to achieve their goals. They're known for their ability to deceive without remorse, to manipulate without guilt. It's as if they're playing a game, and the people around them are merely pieces on the board. They might charm and flatter you one moment, then turn around and exploit your trust the next. They're often good at reading others, understanding what makes them tick, and using that knowledge to their advantage. They'll tell you what you want to hear, make you feel special, all while plotting their next move behind your back. However, it's important to note that not all individuals with Machiavellian tendencies are inherently bad or evil. Some might argue that certain situations call for a Machiavellian approach, such as in high-stakes business negotiations or political strategy. But these instances are more the exception than the rule. In everyday interactions, Machiavellianism can be damaging, leading to broken trust, strained relationships, and a climate of fear and suspicion. This is why it's crucial to be aware of such tactics and to guard against them. Remember, Machiavellianism isn't just about strategy, it's about using others as pawns in a ruthless game of chess. And in this game, the Machiavellian individual always aims to be the one saying, "Checkmate." Finally, we explore the chilling aspect of psychopathy. This term might conjure images of infamous criminals or horror movie villains, but it's a real and complex psychological condition. Let's dive in to uncover its key characteristics. Psychopathy is characterized by impulsivity and recklessness. Imagine a person who acts first and thinks later, without considering the consequences of their actions. They are driven by their immediate desires and needs, often disregarding the potential fallout. This impulsivity can lead to risky behaviors and a tendency to break societal norms and laws. Further compounding this trait is a severe lack of empathy. Empathy, the ability to understand and share the feelings of others, is a cornerstone of human interaction. However, psychopaths are notably lacking in this area. They might comprehend the emotions of others on a cognitive level, but they fail to feel or share these emotions on a visceral level. This deficiency makes it hard for them to form genuine emotional connections with others. This lack of empathy also allows psychopaths to disregard the rights of others with ease. They can manipulate, deceive, and harm others without feeling any guilt or remorse. This isn't to say they don't understand the concept of right and wrong. On the contrary, they are often acutely aware of these moral boundaries. However, they choose to ignore them if it serves their interests. Psychopaths are not always violent or criminal, though. Some may lead seemingly normal lives, blending seamlessly into society. They can be charming and charismatic, masterfully wearing a mask of normalcy to hide their true nature. This ability to mimic social norms and emotions makes them particularly adept at manipulation and deceit. So the next time you think of a psychopath, don't just picture a character in a horror movie. Remember, they could be anyone, anywhere. They could be living a life that looks perfectly ordinary on the surface, hiding their true nature beneath a well-crafted facade. A psychopath isn't just a character in a horror movie. They could be living next door. Now that we've dissected the Dark Triad, let's consider its impact on society. The influence of the Dark Triad traits, while seemingly confined to the individuals who possess them, can extend far beyond personal boundaries, affecting relationships, workplaces, and broader communities. Let's begin with interpersonal relationships. When someone with Dark Triad traits enters a romantic or platonic relationship, the dynamic can become fraught with manipulation, lack of empathy, and egocentricity. This can lead to toxic relationships characterized by emotional abuse and power imbalances. As such, it's critical for everyone to recognize these traits, not only to protect themselves, but also to help the person exhibiting these traits seek appropriate help if they're willing. In the workplace, these traits can manifest in different ways. A narcissistic boss, for instance, may create a culture of fear and submission, limiting creativity and innovation. A Machiavellian colleague may resort to cunning tactics to climb the corporate ladder, undermining trust within the team. A psychopathic employee might engage in unethical practices without remorse, damaging the company's reputation. Here, awareness and understanding of the Dark Triad can help organizations implement effective strategies to manage such behaviors, fostering a healthier and more productive work environment. Now, consider the broader community. Individuals with Dark Triad traits can influence societal norms and values, often in destructive ways. For example, a charismatic leader with these traits can manipulate public sentiment, leading to societal division and conflict. On the other hand, the media's portrayal of Dark Triad traits can often glamorize them, further perpetuating their acceptance in society. The impact of the Dark Triad is therefore profound and wide-ranging. But fear not, knowledge is power. The more we understand these traits, the better equipped we are to navigate their presence in our lives. We can encourage empathy, honesty, and respect, counteracting the destructive tendencies of the Dark Triad. Understanding the Dark Triad isn't just about identifying villains, it's about fostering awareness and promoting healthier interactions. Today, we embarked on a journey into the intriguing world of the Dark Triad. We've examined the three faces of this complex psychological model, beginning with narcissism, characterized by grandiosity, entitlement, and a preoccupation with fantasies of unlimited success. We then navigated the labyrinth of Machiavellianism, a strategic and manipulative approach to relationships, often marked by a lack of morality. Our journey concluded with a look into psychopathy, typified by impulsive behavior, a lack of empathy, and a disregard for societal norms. Throughout our exploration, we've seen how these traits, despite their negative connotations, shape our society and influence behavior in powerful ways. They underscore the diversity of human nature and the complexity of our psychological landscape. As we conclude, remember, the Dark Triad isn't a label, but a lens through which we can better understand human behavior. Until next time, stay curious and keep exploring.